Hello guys, am I audible? Everyone, you guys are able to
Yes.
hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Good. How are you all? All are doing great?
Yes.
Great. All right, so we are about to start. Just 1 minute more. Let me share my screen, then we'll start. You guys are able to see my screen as well, right?
Yes.
Very nice. So thank you so much everyone for joining this session. And we are going to start a very brand new Palo Alto Firewall session where we'll try to understand deep dive of the Palo Alto Firewall, step by step structured approach, how this firewall is going to be configured, how this firewall is going to be troubleshoot, how this firewall is going to be deployed from scratch to advanced level, right? All right, good. I can see a couple of guys already know me, but most are the new. So can we have a quick introduction before we can start this session? Just start with Ajay. Hi Ajay, how are you today?
Hi, sir.
How are you?
How are you?
Can you just give us some brief introduction, where you're working, how much experience, why actually you want to learn this Palo Alto Firewall?
No, sir. I'm from training,
Are you from
but
training?
knowledge, no.
No knowledge, right? So you're
Hmm.
fresh, right?
Hmm. Hmm. I
Uh,
first time is the team joining.
okay. So you comfortable in Hindi or English? Which language?
Hindi and
अच्छा अच्छा
Gujarati.
ठीक है
I'm
let's
from
have the
Gujarat.
yeah okay no problem. So अजय अभी आपने क्या किया है?
मैंने सर अभी ट्रेनिंग ले रहा हूँ बराबर। मैं एक कमांड कंट्रोल सेंटर में बैठ रहा हूँ और थोड़ा थोड़ा नॉलेज है बराबर।
अच्छा
अभी
अच्छा
मेरे को पूरा सीखना है, ऐसा है।
अच्छा पूरा सीखना है आपको,
मेरे
राइट?
को ये लाइन में पूरा आगे बढ़ना है इसलिए।
ओके गुड ओके सो अभी थोड़ा बहुत बेसिक नेटवर्किंग का नॉलेज है आपको? यू हैव
ना सर,
सम?
इतना भी नॉलेज नहीं है मेरे को। मैं अभी ऐसा सोचो ना, मैं अभी 12वीं फेल हूँ, पर मेरे को थोड़ा एक्सपीरियंस है बराबर ये नेटवर्क लाइन में।
अच्छा
मैं
अच्छा
हार्डवेयर इंजीनियर हूँ, ऐसा सोचो ना। मैं हार्डवेयर इंजीनियर में सीसीटीवी कैमरा सब और स्विच कॉन्फ़िगर का थोड़ा नॉलेज है इसमें।
ओके गुड नो प्रॉब्लम ग्रेट चलो ठीक है कोई बात नहीं गुड टू ज्वाइन द सेशन जस्ट लिसन व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू कवर एंड नोट्स बनाते रहो एंड आई विल ट्राई टू मेक यू हेल्प टू अंडरस्टैंड ठीक है ना
सर
बेसिक।
मेरे को थोड़ा हिंदी में भी समझाना, मेरे को थोड़ा ना,
हाँ
थोड़ा
ठीक है
इंग्लिश थोड़ा तो
डन
कम।
डन आई विल मेक यू अंडरस्टैंड इन हिंदी एज वेल डोंट वरी ओके थैंक्स फॉर ज्वाइनिंग अजय ओके
हाँ, थैंक यू सर।
ओके हाय तन्मय हाउ आर यू?
I'm good, sir.
How are doing? You're doing great.
Yeah, sir. Great.
Just give us little bit introduction. I know myself know about you, but might be other people are don't know. So just give us little bit introduction.
Actually, I'm working as a network security engineer past 2 years, and my total experience is 6.5 years.
Okay.
I'm working on Sophos and FortiGate firewall or Cisco Aruba switches.
Okay.
Actually, I'm a previous student of Gwinnett.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know you. I know. So, Tanmay, right? Which location you are right now?
Ahmedabad, Gujarat.
Ahmedabad, Gujarat. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Thanks joining for Tanmay for this Palo Alto. So you want to upgrade yourself in the Palo Alto, right?
Yeah, right.
Which course you have done in past? I believe CCNP, right?
Actually, I am done by CCNP and for Palo Alto 2 years ago, but I'm not. I was not working on Palo Alto. I was working
Oh,
FortiGate or Sophos.
okay,
So
okay.
I will revise the Palo Alto.
Okay, no problem. No, welcome to the class. You're most
Yeah,
welcome to
thank you.
revision this session, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Tanmay. Hi, Jitu. How are you?
Fine, sir.
Yeah. So, can you just give us a little bit introduction about yourself, what you're doing, where you're working, how much experience you have?
I have a total 5 years experience. I am working as a senior network administrator
Uh-huh.
in Delhi.
Okay, okay. And what managing router switches? Firewall.
Yes, yes. I'm managing router switches and WLC wireless controller of Cisco.
Okay. Which 9800 WLC or 50?
Yes, which 98 and 52 and 58.
Okay, good, good. So they are working in the like HA mode, anchor, foreign country.
Yes, yes, yes. I know that.
Okay, good. Good, Jitu. Thanks for joining. So you want to upgrade yourself in the Palo
Yes, for
now?
Palo Alto.
Good. Welcome to the class, Jitu. Thanks for joining. Hi, Aipan. Good morning. How are you? Good afternoon, basically.
Yes, yes, sir. Good afternoon.
How are
So,
you?
yeah, fine, good. So, I have nearly 15 years experience in the network profile. So, mainly today I'm working as a network operation lead and TCS, taking two projects in my side as a network operations. So here, why I taking this Palo Alto means some migration is going to be happen. So that's why we need the basics about the Palo Alto. So why? So what are the things need to be taken care while moving with the migration part? So that part I need to take care. I mean, something having issue to create a big outage, and it is seems to be as a billability. SLA having issues to be there.
Okay.
So if you're going more than experience, we need to know all the type of device quality, right? So you go Palo Alto, FortiGate, even Cisco I covered nearly 10 years, 12 years I'm working with Cisco platform only. But
Mm-hmm.
going years, we need to put a step down with Palo Alto also, even FortiGate also. The market, what we are trying to market is exposing. We are as a network engineer, we need to know all the things.
Yeah, yeah. Agree. That's the market trend nowadays. So that's
Yes,
good experience you're holding, Ayyappan, right? And thanks for joining the session. Which location you are right now? I just missed
Chennai.
Chennai. Okay, good. You understand a little bit Hindi or only English?
Understand Hindi, but if you go deeper, means I cannot even understand.
Understand. I completely understand. I just asked for just reference purpose. Okay, no problem.
Okay, sure.
All right. Thanks for joining. I can see some join Jaipuria. Hi, Jaipuria. How are you?
Hi Vishal, good afternoon. I'm Jiten.
Yeah, hi, Jitendra. Yeah.
Yeah, I am working as senior specialist in SCL technologies and I have a total experience of 9 to 10 years
Mm-hmm.
and my job location is Noida.
So you're working in the SCL, right?
Yeah, SCL.
Okay. Thanks, Jitendra, for joining. Let me rename you so I can remember your name, Jitendra. All right. So, Jitendra, what technology you are currently managing in SCL technology?
I have been associated with Cisco managed services and all the latest technologies which are used by Cisco. Uh, I have like exposure to and on experience on them like SD-WAN and F5 and Cisco Catalyst switches.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Good. So basically, you're holding the very good expertise on the Cisco basic networking,
Yes.
right? And you just
Yeah.
want to transform yourself into security as well, right?
Yeah. You are right.
Good. Thanks for joining, Jitendra.
Welcome.
All right. So let me move. Krish. Who is Chris? Your full name, please. Okay. I believe Krish, you able to hear me? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi. My full name is Sir Krish Uttaria.
Okay, Chris. So I can call Chris, right?
Yeah, right, sir.
Okay. How are you, Chris?
I'm fine, sir.
Okay, so just can you give us some background about you, what you're doing, where you're working, how much experience you have?
Uh, Currently, sir, I'm a fresher and I'm working at a startup company. And my job role at the company was like to support desktop support plus network.
Mm-hmm.
That's my job role, sir.
Okay. So basically, you just getting understanding or familiarity with the networking and like some networking component, desktop support component devices, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Trying to learn. Okay. So what is your long term vision, Chris? क्या सोच रहे हो अभी अगले 2-4 साल में क्या सीखना चाहते हो आप?
सर बेसिकली तो सर पूरा मीन्स फायरवॉल के सराउंडिंग जितना भी है सर उतना समझना चाहता हूँ, मीन्स 40 गेट या फिर सिस्को के अराउंड।
ओके। क्यों 48 और 40 सिस्को ही क्यों चुना आपने? तो क्यों
सर
नहीं चूज किया आपने? मतलब कोई रीजन किसी ने बताया, किसी ने कुछ कहा? मैं आपकी हेल्प
नहीं
कर
सर,
सकता?
एक्चुअली मैंने सिस्को और इस पे ही वर्क कर रखा है, इसलिए दोनों पे।
अच्छा अच्छा, देखो बेस्ट फार्वल इज इन मार्केट 48 एंड पोलो ऑल्टो, ठीक है? तो तब सीखना जब कोई ऐसी जरूरी हो, ठीक है ना? सिस्को इज गुड इन टर्म द राउटर स्विच एसडी वैन, बाकी जो सॉल्यूशन है दैट्स गुड। बट अगर फायरवॉल के बारे में अगर पूछोगे, सिस्को इज नॉट टू गुड फायरवॉल, ठीक है ना? तो कभी भी,
ठीक है।
अगर कभी भी पढ़ना हो या यहाँ पढ़ना हो कहीं और पढ़ना हो, तो सबसे प्रायोरिटी आप देना पोलो ऑल्टो सीखने की या 48 सीखने की या तीसरा चेक पॉइंट सीखने की। सिस्को तब देना जब आपको लगे कि नहीं मेरी कंपनी में यूज हो रहा है एंड आई हैव टू वर्क रियली ऑन इट, देन Cisco is okay, ठीक है? बट मोस्ट ऑफ द कंपनी हैविंग द Palo Alto 48 firewalls, एंड अगर इनको आप सीख ले तो Cisco इज गोइंग टू बी जस्ट केक वॉक फॉर यू। आप आसानी से उसको सीख सकते हो, राइट? विच सिटी कृष्ण यू आर राइट नाउ?
गांधीनगर सर, इन गुजरात।
क्या बात है, कई लोग गुजरात से हैं। वेलकम टू ऑल गुजराती पीपल।
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सर।
थैंक्स फॉर ज्वाइनिंग। ऑलराइट, सो who next? Hi Jitu. I believe Jitu we discuss.
Yes, we discuss about that.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah. So, hi Muhammad Abdullah, how are you? Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, can you just give us some brief introduction about yourself?
Yes, sure, sir. I am MD Abdullah. Basically, I belong from Bihar, but currently I'm working in Orange Business Services as a network security engineer.
Mm-hmm.
I have worked on multiple technologies like a ZS Killer, network routing switching, FortiGate. I have worked on Viptela SD-WAN, and
Mm-hmm.
currently I'm working on Cisco DNAC, DNS
Okay,
Center.
very good. So you have very good networking portfolio. Cisco SD-WAN, Viptela SD-WAN. That's the same thing.
Yes, I have also worked on Meraki SD-WAN as well.
Meraki SD-WAN, right? So you might be going to be inspiration for the many of the students because that much SD-WAN knowledge and DNAC, that is something outstanding in the market. They have very good demand in the market. So Abdullah, why basically after learning this much technology, you want to learn this firewall skill?
Yes,
What actually?
to some extent, I want to know about the FortiGate because I do not have knowledge about the FortiGate. I have worked on 40, Palo Alto. Sorry, Palo Alto. I do not have knowledge about the Palo Alto. I have
Mhm.
worked on 40 FortiGate for firewall, but I do not have more knowledge about the Palo Alto. So that's why I want to learn something about Palo Alto.
Okay.
So
So
how actually Palo Alto works.
okay. So you just want to learn to just upgrade your skills, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, welcome to the class, Abdullah, right? And I wish, right, I can fulfill your all desire and I'll help you to like latest learning opportunity and experience for the Palo Alto Firewall and 48 Firewall, which is going to be happen. Okay,
Okay.
thank you. Hi, Muhammad Jishan. Good afternoon. Hello, Jishan. You able to hear me?
Hello, good afternoon. I was just able to switch on my mic right now.
No
So
problem.
this is Mohammed Ishan. I am a seasoned researcher, associate professor at NUS University in Islamabad.
Okay.
And my currently basically my background is in networking, network
Mm-hmm.
security, and currently I am applying AI and ML to solve security, networking, and firewall problems.
Okay,
So
good.
my
So
purpose to
you
run this
basically
session
you
is
want to integrate AI ML
I'm
to
already doing that.
okay.
The purpose of joining this class or session is to I usually do that to understand how technology is transforming.
Oh, okay, okay, okay,
I
okay,
would like
okay.
to understand how Palo Alto is transforming in next generation firewall.
All right, understand. So just I'm curious to understand bit more about you, because you're doing the research, doing some AI ML job. So I'm in the same field. I also very curious to learn the AI ML and doing some stuff. So when you're doing the real-time integration and research or integration for the networking and security device component, what are the most common area you find networking and security, which your AI ML concept is just helping to just bridge those gap? Do you have any use case you want to discuss with audience? might be going to be helpful for everyone.
Yes, there are so many use cases. So this is a whole Pandora box we have just opened
Okay.
in security, network security, and networking. Currently, my focus is network security.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the use cases that we have developed state-of-the-art deep learning models to identify phishing attacks,
Okay.
and they are very efficient in detecting phishing URLs.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some integration problems. The downside is that not the networking industry is ready for the deployment of these models, because these models works very fast. The infrastructure and the softwares are not capable enough to host or house these models. So the
Hmm.
most of the time we are working with the integrating the software, improving the software and the hardware. Currently, the current solution is to house a model in a different system in a server, get the data out of the live stream, and then process the data in the model. Currently, we are not able to plug the model directly on the live stream. So there are some hardware limitations and software limitations. So these are the limitations, and the scenario is that we are doing phishing attacks, detecting phishing attacks. We are detecting DDoS attacks,
Okay.
and
Good. So you're really doing a great job, but just wanted to add, right? I'm not sure which
excellent.
firewall model you're working, but whatever the next generation firewall we have right now.
I am leading the R&D basically. I'm a
Okay,
senior
you're reading the
professional.
R&D. Okay, that's good. So we have the firewalls, right? Like I mentioned that we have the Palo Alto, which we are going to discuss, right? We have
Yes,
the 40 gate firewall.
I've been following these your updates and looking forward to
Yeah.
listening
These
to them.
firewall, yeah. Just wanted to add here, Jasin, on top of that, these firewall already have the feature with the AI ML integration, right?
Yes,
So real time, let's suppose you take any subscription for the firewalls, real time, if you want to do the AI ML's sandbox feature, enabling for the any kind of the content filtering, any kind of the phishing attack, any kind of the vulnerability, any kind of the malware, spyware, grave, means whatever we have problem in the security or cyber security zone, they
yes,
are going to understand real time. The developer, the company Palo Alto and Firewall developer did the very great job, and they really work well to identify real time problem. So that's the one thing. But the question is how the system has been designed. That
yes.
is something out of the box. If someone know this how this AI ML has been designed, and I wanted to curious to know how this has been developed, how developer has been developed this AI
It
ML
is.
to just understand their pattern, and based on that they're going to take an action and give the real-time signature. So
So you
that's
want
I
me to
want to
answer?
understand. Do you know these systems how designed
Yeah.
in your R&D?
Basically, MLA is the black box. Let's be
Yeah.
very straightforward. Okay.
Okay.
So the thing is the data sets. So the
Please
thing is
mute,
the
please
data
mute, guys. I think yes. Go ahead, Jasin. Go ahead, please. Yes,
uh,
Jasin.
the the
Yeah.
critical thing is the data sets.
Okay.
So the availability of data is very critical. So
Mm.
you need to have a realistic data sets, design data set accordingly, and then train these model on these data sets to make sure they are performing well. The other thing is feature extraction and feature selection. It is very important to extract the feature, to know the feature importance, which features are actually, for example, which fields like
Mm-hmm.
IP address, port numbers, or
Mm-hmm.
packet size, or
Mm-hmm.
RTT, or any other parameters. How these features are reacting and correlate to a particular problem identification. So this is a
Mm.
very rigorous problem. For example, for phishing attacks, we were required to experiment more than 100 times, and then we reach a position where we say, no, this is the model is very mature, and it is able to identify the 100% of the attacks. So this is very interesting. It is very rigorous activity. You need AI engineers, data science engineers, and obviously networking seasoned researchers to actually correlate the behavior of model with the networking domain, which is very critical and lacking these days. So this is a very rigorous activity of a team of 5 to 7 members to design a single model for 6 to 8 weeks. So this is a very rigorous activity, and experimentation can tell us how the model is behave, then we get to understand which data is impact the model and how model behaves on a certain type of parameters, and how we need to change the data sets, training data set, testing data set, and feature set. So this is very learning and very rigorous and engaging activity. Sir.
This is something you're talking really, something crazy, right? Something we have to, everyone I'm just talking, when you talk about the AI ML, right? The term used the feature selections, feature extractions, right? If I'm not wrong, right? Extraction and selection, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how to train the AI model. So guys, why I'm just discussing a lot of thing here. We are in Palo Alto session, but everyone should have to be compatible with the AI nowadays. We have the generative AI, right? We have the particular section AI model have been developed in the market, right? You want something, they will give for you. AI agents are available in the market, right? So they are the next, like you can think about technology engineer in the future, right? If you think about someone is going to replace you, that is AI. And if you want to become the AI engineer, then something nobody is going to replace until or unless next 10 to 15 years, until unless something is going to be new. Recently, we're talking about the phishing attack, but now we have another term, the quishing attack. Anyone know what is a quishing attack? Anyone have any idea what is a quishing attack? Any
No,
guess?
no, sir, I don't have any idea.
Any guess what is the
हाँ
quishing attack? Please mute. जो नई बात कर रहे हैं अपने आप को म्यूट कर लें. Anyone, 22 people are here in the class. Do you guys know what is a quishing attack?
No, not aware.
No. आप सबने, you guys have QR code तो देखा होगा, right?
Sorry to disturb you.
Yes, sir.
Continue in
QR code,
English.
right? So that QR code attack started in the market. Like people will give the one of the link, right? When you're going to scan, the attack is going to happen. That is known as a quishing attack. That is a very sophisticated attack introduced in the market. Latest trend in the market. So phishing was there. We'll discuss what is the phishing, how it is going to happen. I'll explain all the things, but the new term is a quishing. And therefore that also developers start working on the AI ML in the market, like how we can protect. So already there are some solutions. If you're going to find the Cloudflare, Palo Alto, FortiGate, they are give the something to just identify this kind of attack. But yes, if you are going the researcher of the AI/ML, you are doing some data set, how it is going to report, how to train the devices, how it get the output, then something is going to be crazy. So the engineer who is working here, they are the actual brain. They are the actual developer, right? AI/ML engineer. So there are lot of salary, lot of demand is available. Thanks, Jasin, for joining the session and giving the valuable insights. Let's move our further. Hi, Mohit Sharma. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Just give us brief introduction. We are doing the introductions. Just give us some brief introduction. What you're doing, what kind of learning you want to achieve after Palo Alto Firewall.
Sir, I have the around more than 5 year experience in IT and around 3 year experience in networking. And I have knowledge in routing and switching, not in the firewall. So my interest is now in the running firewall.
Okay. So any firewall you choose in your mind, which firewall, Cisco, Juniper,
No,
Palo
no,
Alto?
no. Sir, actually, क्या ना, I learn from the Udemy, your course, your
Uh-huh.
classes. Yes, subscription
Okay.
already taken. And one
That is
time
a old,
I
that is a
also completed.
old, and now you have to upgrade a lot of things. 3 year, 4 year old. Now things has been a lot of change. That's why I'm asking. Every 2 and 3 years, technology is getting changed, and you have to be upgraded, right?
I
So,
know, sir, but
so
this is for me, new for me, na, right now.
Acha,
So
just
I
help me, Mohit. Just help me. What domain you working right now? Where you working?
networking, sir.
Networking. What routing, switching, SD-WAN, wireless? What you're doing?
Routing and switching.
Okay, that's good. So Mohit, for you, right? You already have the basic understanding of the firewalls. You already working in networking. So I would define the two path for you, right? Go with the advanced networking, that is the next generation networking. You just upgrade yourself from the CCNA, CCNP to SD-WAN. You choose any SD-WAN, up to you. But most popular SD-WAN is Cisco SD-WAN in the market nowadays. But you can go with the Versa, you can go for the 40 SD-WAN, Palo Alto SD-WAN. There are a lot of it. On top of that, you can add firewalls, right? You can go for the Palo Alto, you can go for the 40 gate, any firewall, checkpoint firewall, and then it is going to be give the full-fledged market opportunity where you can explore your career to get more high-paid salary. Okay, Mohit?
Okay, okay.
Thanks for joining, Mohit. Which city you
Thank
are
you,
by
sir.
the way, Mohit?
Good one, sir.
Gurgaon. Okay, good. Thanks for joining. Hi, Rajesh.
Hello. Hi.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
Yes, yes. Two Rajesh, sorry. Just go one Rajesh first. Yeah, Rajesh, give us some introduction about yourself and then we'll move forward. Yeah.
My name is Rajesh Pai. I'm from Gurgaon. I'm
Uh-huh.
work total experience 4 year of experience in telecom domain.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I have completed CCNA course. Currently, I'm working in Airtel
Okay.
as a iOS upgradation engineer. Uh, my purpose is to join to change the domain in security line. That's why I'm
That's very interesting term use. iOS upgradation engineer. I never heard about this. In Airtel, there is a position, iOS upgradation engineer.
It's a network engineer. We have to do the iOS upgradation in Cisco
Okay, so
router.
basically you
Uh,
are a network engineer and doing the one
uh,
of the tasks that
yes.
you're doing regular basis. Okay, that's makes sense for me. Okay, but I was thinking, are they purposefully hiring someone to just upgrade the iOS? That was something crazy for me. Okay, that's good. Okay, so I know like most of the company hiring the network engineers, they have the set up the work. Somebody is doing the firmware upgradation, that iOS upgradation. Someone is a router replacement. Someone is just maintaining the inventory. Somebody is just going the creating some kind of the data entry for the bill of material that is known as a BOM, right?
Yes.
For the
Yeah.
LLD design, HLD design. So that's understand. So Rajesh, what most kick off in your mind to just start learning the firewalls, or who influenced you to
That's
start learning the firewall?
actually, I just want to learn the SD-WAN. But
Mm-hmm.
before that, one of my colleague or one of my senior told me that you have to just do the one firewall. So then Palo Alto. I think it is better in market right now. That's why I'm.
Mm. So thanks to your senior, he's giving the right advice to you because even you go for the your choice, you should thanks yourself as well. If you already have the CCN and CCNP, again the same scenario, and you're adding the SD-WAN, that's a very good combination, and really it's a market niche, market demand. In top of that, any firewall is going to add a lot of value for your CV. Okay. So
Yes.
either way is fine, right? You go for the CCN CCNP firewalls or CCNP plus SD-WAN plus firewall. Its choice is yours, but absolutely it's fine. There's no problem. Thanks, Rajesh, for joining the session.
Thank you.
Hi, Rajesh Kumar. You can go
Hello,
ahead.
Vishal.
Hello.
Hello, Vishal. Good day.
Good day. Good day.
Yes, I'm just working as a network engineer, like 2.5 years. I
Mm-hmm.
need to. We are managing like Cisco and our devices. Just I want to firewall understanding and how it will work. That's why I joined this
Okay.
session.
So you are the beginning of the career, 2.5 years,
Ye-
3 years, just beginning of the
yes,
career. And it's
yes,
like learning opportunity. Whatever you're going to
yes,
grasp, that is going to be your asset for next 10
yes,
year, 15 year, 20 year. You're going to earn and grow
yeah,
your professional personal journey along with
yes,
other skills. That's a good
yep,
choice. Yeah.
yes.
So what you're doing basically in current
Like we are in a incident team,
Mhm.
like break fix only we are doing, not a implementation. Break fix things we will do directly. AP downs, switches downs, like directly break fix we will do
Okay.
in the working profession. Yes,
So thanks, Rajesh Kumar, and I wish you all
yes,
the best. And
yes.
I
Thank
hope
you.
it is going to be great learning along with me. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Ravi Ranjan. Good afternoon. Ravi Ranjan, you able to hear me? Okay, Rishabh, you able to hear me?
Hi Vishal, am I
Uh,
audible?
yes, yes, yes. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, Vishal. So, my name is Rishabh Rao, and I have total 5 years of experience. So, basically, I come from a different background. I am into information security GRC domain. So, I'm mostly into compliance monitoring, information system audits, cybersecurity audits, and all. So, the reason behind joining this particular call or particular session is to get more insight about the firewall technology and about the companies, vendor solutions in the market, about the working of the next generation firewall, so that it will help me to clear my basics, and it will help me in the auditing and the implementation and control monitoring activities. That's the main motto for joining this call. Thank you.
So first of all, welcome to the class. And really, you hit me, good term. That's one is GRC engineer, right? GRC roles, info security, and we are talking about the network security. I'll take little bit discussion here. So, Rishabh, can you just talk a bit more about so audience can understand what is GRC stand for and what basically GRC people do in the market?
So basically, GRC, the full form for GRC is the governance, risk, and compliance. So basically, in GRC domain, the main activities or the daily activities that is involved is regarding implementing an information security framework, assessing the information security framework, and monitoring the compliance activities. Let's say, for example, if there's a new guidelines or new circulars that has been shared by the RBI or SEBI. Let's say there's one CSCRF circular which was shared by SEBI recently
Mm-hmm.
for the market infrastructure institution.
Right.
So basically, when the circular comes, we go through the circular, we see what are the new requirements, what are the technological requirements, what are the governance requirements, what are the control categories, how the implementation should be done, what are the policies, procedures needs to be developed in order to ensure the compliance with the framework or the policies.
Right. So,
So
guys,
yeah,
yeah.
and
So,
also ISO 27001, that is information security 27001 2022, which is
hmm.
ISMS framework, which is widely adopted by all the organizations. So it deals with the basically an information security program that is being driven within the organization, and to certify the organization,
That
stating
is
the
ISO
information
certified
security.
organization, right?
Yeah, ISO certified.
Yeah. That's a good really. So guys, let me add it here. That you mentioned GRC is stand for the governance, risk and compliance, right? So this is also one of the part of the very cybersecurity domain where people do the compliance risk audit based on the guideline given by the different organization or like industry level of whatever the research is happening based on that we have to implement. So that's the one domain if you want to plan for the cyber security engineer. So you can start by doing this GRC kind of the certificate. There are a lot of CCISP certifications, GRC are also there. And CCISM, right? If I'm not wrong, Rishabh, CCISM is one certification. That is
Yeah, so basically there is CISA, there is
uh-huh.
CSAM, there is CISSP. So basically, if someone
CISA and uh,
CISM,
CISM, yeah, CISM and CISP,
CISSP.
right? And that's also going to be
If
part of GRC on this too, right?
yeah. Basically, CISA is for those who want to get into involved in information systems and IT audits,
Hmm.
compliance monitoring, and control testing. Basically,
Hmm.
control testing could involve, your governance control, your change management, problem management, network controls, ITGC, that we say IT general controls.
Right.
CSAM is about the security governance, security management, which includes budgeting, presentation, and management and all management levels. And CISSP is a comprehensive certification which includes managerial as well as technical aspects, which covers all the areas of cybersecurity from network security, information security, risk management, identity access management, security operations, incident management, and all.
Right. Yeah, thanks, Rizab. So, guys, when we talk about the info security, right? And we talk about the network security, there is two term you're going to find it, right? So, info security, what I understand as per my best learning, that all these all going to be covered, right, Rizab? I just want to validate, right? This is just info security.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
So if someone is going to ask you what is the info security, so always you have to focus about these CISA, CSAM, right? CISs, where governance, risk, compliance, and best practices, how to apply in the industry to just protect your information. It's related to your building, infrastructure security, your network security, your overall office inside security, means everything which is related to the governance, risk, and security, that is going to part of the info security. But when you talk about the network security, that is a particular domain where you just have to protect your network. Means, what is that network? That means you have to protect your routers, you have to protect your switches, right? You have to protect your firewalls as well. Firewall is a security device, but again, you have to protect. You have to protect your WLC, you have to protect your AP, you have to protect your laptops, you have to protect your servers, you have to protect your printers, you have to protect your CCTV camera, you have to protect your IoT devices, etc. A lot of devices are there. So if you want to protect your all networking infrastructure, that's network security is going to come in picture. And this is what we are going to discuss in entire curriculum. Means even for the any firewalls we are going to discuss, Palo Alto, FortiGate, Checkpoint, Cisco, they are going to talk more about the network security. So you have to become network security engineer. You don't have to become info security engineer. But if you are part of the network security, info security, you are the superman of the industry. Trust me, what Rishabh is just saying, Rishabh is part of the info security. He's good in the info security, but he want to learn more about the in-depth how actual packet is going to process and how this firewall is going to take an action. So when he go and do the audit, he can find out which rule is creating problem and what kind of the issue available in the rule, so you can quickly correlate. So tech person who have already 10-year, 15-year experience, 8-year experience, so already done the network security, and he migrating himself in the info security and doing the CISA, CSAM, and CISSP, that's going to be champion in the market. And those are really going to be, good network and info security engineer. Okay, guys, just for the, learning. Thanks, Rishabh, for sharing your insights. By the way,
Thank you,
which
sir.
city you are, Rishabh, right now?
Mumbai.
Mumbai. Good.
Yes.
All right. So, Rishabh, uh, Sampath Kumar Lanka. Hi, Sampath.
Yeah, hi, Rishabh.
Hi. Just go ahead, please. Give some insights. What you're doing, so we can have a discussion quickly.
Yeah, I'm from Hyderabad. Currently working as a NOC L1 engineer.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, our client is in abroad. I'm working remotely from here.
Okay.
So I'm basically taking this course for firewall exposure.
Mm-hmm.
Because my client is maintaining multiple firewalls in Panorama.
Okay.
And need to perform troubleshooting whenever there is a problem occurs.
All right.
To identify and correct that, rectify it. So basically, that's why I'm going.
Good. How much experience, Sampath, you have?
Yeah, I have 3 years of experience.
How much?
3.
3 years. Okay, good. So you're also early, young engineer in the market. Good. And
Yeah.
by the way, you're just doing monitoring right now, or also some troubleshooting?
Yeah, also troubleshooting.
It's
So
a
right
WAN
now,
troubleshooting or LAN troubleshooting? What kind of troubleshooting? Or
uh,
monitoring? It's complete LAN WAN or only WAN?
only WAN.
Only WAN. So,
Only for LAN, we have our NOC team. Another person is assigned for LAN.
all right. Thanks, Sampath. Wish you all the best, and definitely we'll work together to, get most panorama understanding, firewall implementation, how to integrate with the panorama, that all we'll cover. Okay, and we'll see. Thank you.
Thank you.
I can see Amol. Hi, Amol. You joined recently, right?
Hey, hi. Yes.
Yes. Just give us a little bit introduction, Amol.
Yeah. So actually, I'm working with the Vicon Security Tech Private Limited as a network security engineer. So currently we are working with the L2 switches and for the firewall.
All right. So only switches and the firewall, right?
Yes, yes.
No routing.
No, not
So
routing.
have you ever configured the static routing ever in the
Yes,
lab?
yes. I did.
What about the OSPF, AIGRP also?
No.
Okay. So what actually you're doing in the firewalls right now while doing the day-to-day work? what all action you're doing in the firewalls.
Yeah, so actually currently working with the FortiGate firewall. So we have 3 ISP lines.
Mm-hmm.
So that firewall, we are creating some rules, some netting rules, pat rules, some security policies.
Okay.
Hmm.
Good. So already you have the familiarity how to get the NAT rule, how to get the policies. So I believe you can. Have you ever configured the static route in the FortiGate firewall or OSPF?
We have configured a static rule only, not
Only
OSPF.
static. Okay. Good. Chalo. So I think you can understand. I was just thinking like, what is your background? You can understand, or I have to put a little bit extra effort for you, but you can understand because already you're working.
Yes. Yes.
Thanks, Amol, for joining. And hi, Austin. Good afternoon.
Yeah, sir. Good afternoon.
You want to introduce a little bit to audience to know about you as well?
Yeah, certainly. I'm currently working as a senior network engineer, so I'm taking care of routing, switching, firewall, the security. So working on Cisco, ASA, and the firepower, and also load balancer I touch base like certification related and day-to-day client-related activities. So all that. And also, I'm part of GUINet. I'm learning SD-WAN to upgrade my skill sets because I have a requirement to work on SD-WAN project. And I'm gaining a lot of insight from SD-WAN and a lot of clarifications are getting clarified by Vishal. And it's a good thing to be part of GUINet. And going further, I'm expecting to learn, next generation firewalls about Palo Alto and FortiGate firewall because everything currently it's like a mixed kind of. So we have in our infrastructure like a different mixed kind of vendor. So we can't say like I can work just on one technology. So we have to know uh, on multiple firewalls.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then you are a senior network engineer. So question always comes, why can't you? So always there is a challenge to learn yourself. So I'm dedicating my time in weekends also. So that's good. That's about myself.
Yeah. Agree. Thanks for Austin. So Austin, as I mentioned, like he is my one of the good student, and he always give me a challenge in the SDN classes to ask a lot of questions. I love the questions. I never, try to run away from the questions. So you guys also try to give me challenges. I always take challenges. You ask a lot of question to me. Whatever I can answer, I can answer. If not, I will park. I will try to answer, but definitely I'll answer. It's my promise, not might be in the class, but definitely in other day or some other class, I'll answer your question. So whatever you have questions, I most welcome the questions, but ask the right questions. That's my only, just think before you ask any questions. What is the relevance when I'm asking this question, right? Is it really makes sense? Sometimes, we have a lot of things in my mind, but we not able to correlate. It's okay, there is no problem. But once you have the good expertise, good experience, and we are going to part of the industry where you have to deal with the multiple what I call like brilliant brains, then you have to be like compatible with those people. You have to like minded. It should not like you are just lacking behind something, someone is doing great, you are not able to do that. So it's just all about the practice. You all have to do learning, then you are with that kind of mindset. So thanks, Austin, for joining the session, and definitely we'll together learn the next generation firewall as well, like we done for the SD-WAN. Okay.
Yeah, welcome, sir.
Okay. So Dhirendra, hi Dhirendra. If I am not wrong, you also my old student. Dhirendra, you able to hear me?
No, I am
Oh,
new colleague.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay, it's okay. Just give me
yeah,
the introduction. I just
yeah,
name was the same. That's why I was thinking like might.
yeah, you might be correct. So, first of all, good afternoon, Vishal, and hi everyone.
Yeah. Good.
Um, I have worked on multiple domains from zero to in advanced level,
Good.
from IT help desk, graphics, in server field, and in OS, multiple OS, Windows OS, and the Linux OS, and virtualization, specifically VMware virtualization,
Mm-hmm.
and in backup also. So currently we are providing managed services and I have done CCL in also, so basic network knowledge I have. So when we talk about the firewall, so sometimes in managed services, some queries come to the firewall related. So some basic knowledge I have, but like if you are working at a senior position, so you should have at least insights of incidents. So you should not ask to juniors or any other person. So that is embarrassing. So for that, I decided to join this course.
Good. So you really have the great, career path, right? You started with the help desk, you're doing the server work, the VM virtualizations. Now you're doing some networking stuffs as well, and you're just being a mentor. You want to learn something crazy to just, not go to ask someone else. You want to do by yourself, right?
Yeah, because security is the very is an essential part of the
Yeah,
infrastructure.
indeed.
So,
Indeed. It's very essential
yeah.
and very important and never ending things in the market. It is going to happen. It
Mhm.
is going to day by day improved. It is going to day by day new feature is going to be added. AI ML is integrating day by day, but you should able to understand how the packet is, actually processing through the firewall, and when it is entering, what feature set they have, what kind of the rules they have, what kind of the like translation they are doing, what kind of the filtering they are doing, what are the content they are inspecting. So
Yes,
you
yes.
have that much level of understanding, even you are like 80-90% good for the network security and domain. Thanks, Dhiren.
See,
Thanks for joining the
yeah,
session. By the way, which city you are?
Mumbai.
Mumbai. Okay, welcome to Mumbai. All right. Who left? Gajanan Pandey. I believe you are the same old my student, right? Gajanan Pandey.
Yes, yes, sir. बढ़िया सर. Yeah,
How are you?
sir. I'm good, sir.
किधर हो
Uh,
अभी? कौन सी कंपनी में जॉब कर रहे हो अभी? Which company you are?
I mean, right now in Bangalore, I'm working in HCL. Here,
Okay.
I'm working in LAN, WAN, as
Hmm.
well DDI, as well as F5. Basic, I'm studying doing F5, but I am working as F5 as well.
Okay,
So
F5 as well.
totally, I have a 12 years experience, and
Hmm.
out of 12, I'm showing 6 or 7 years experience in network.
Hmm.
Apart and sir, I'm your elder student. You know about all about me, but
Yes, I know. And I'm
I
very
want.
happy you grow a lot next 2 and 3, in past 2 and 3 years, right?
Yes, correct, sir.
Right. Chalo Gajanandi, welcome to the class. We'll do
Correct,
again
sir.
chit chat about. I left with HP. Who is HP? May I know about your name? Somebody join with HP. Okay, no worry. So let's start our session. Thanks everyone for a great introduction. Let me quickly, start this session, and before, just give me 1 second. All right. So about me, myself is Vishal, right? I have total almost 16 plus a year of experience, and I'm working as a consultant, right? Network architect, and I'm doing the trainings as well, right? Where I just have the key domain like CCNA, CCNP, internal training, CCI, right? SD-WAN, which is my core domain in network. These all are the core, right? So if anything you want to like career aspirations to become the Cisco domain, so I'm here. ACI also, right? And wireless is also in my domain, but most I focus myself on the SD-WAN or CCNP, CCI, whatever things in networking, because not getting time. Apart from that, the other security, especially for network security, that I'm the like architect plus instructor for the Palo Alto, FortiGate firewall, Cisco ASA or FDT, whatever you can think that. These are my key area. That's the network security. If you talk about the cloud security, that is my Zscaler and Prisma Access. The Zscaler is the most recent project and most my like lovable domain I can tell. Prisma Access, like I'm not doing right now a lot of work, so it's out of touch. But yes, I worked a lot and I have the full concept. If you have any doubt, you can ask with me as well. But just Chris, where something about the GIA, GPA, all are like I just full day hands-on is happening on this, so there is no problem. So these are my expertise, and I'll be your instructor, right, throughout this journey for the Palo Alto and FortiGate. So whosoever you want to enroll for the both courses, they can enroll. I'll be your instructor, and I'll just going to cover. So we'll start with the Palo Alto, right? And if you really want to go simultaneously Palo Alto and FortiGate, just talk with your counselor. We'll find a suitable time for the FortiGate when we can start. But I would suggest just go by one. So once we complete the Palo Alto, we'll go with the FortiGate, and I'll take care. You're all learning whatever you have the expectation and whatever you have the future like aspiration to become in the XYZ company, XYZ engineer, or XYZ cities you want to get. Definitely will try to help you out. If you want to really get regular update, you can follow the Gwinnett LinkedIn page where you're going to find regular updates about the jobs, about the live classes, about any kind of the webinar, any kind of the discussion, interview, mock interview sessions, or even you want to get the recent close update, you can join the community like Gwinnett community, WhatsApp community is there. So on this WhatsApp community, you are going to just drop messages. You want to join the WhatsApp community on this number. Somebody is going to add in the community, and there also you're going to get all latest update, what is happening, what session is going to be planned for today and tomorrow, this week. And then you can just, interact with me or might be some other trainers who is working for the Gwinnett as well. Okay. So this is about the me and Gwinnett, and anything else, if you have the query you want to discuss, you just visit our website and you can just, talk and connect with the team. You can write the emails as well, right? There is a contact number as well. So you can just, have a discussion. So a lot of
Can
courses.
just one moment. Can you go one frame back? I just wanted your number.
Yes,
Community.
yes, yes,
Just
yes,
one.
yes, yes.
One moment. Yeah, please go ahead. Thank you.
All right. So when the session is going to be start, right? How this training is going to be happen? This training is completely going to be in live and instructor led based training, and I'll be your instructor as I mentioned that. And during the trainings, what we are going to discuss, I'll explain the course module how it is going to happen. But the training is going to be initially few classes as pure theory. Why it's theory? Because you have to understand the fundamental of the firewall. I'll discuss these slides also, but you have to understand how the firewall architecture is going to look like. What is my stateful firewall versus a stateless firewall? How my packet flow is going to be look like. So I'll explain these all things, how the step-by-step packet flow is going to be happen, how my stateless firewall is going to be work, how my stateful firewall is going to work, what is my legacy firewall, what is my new firewalls. So probably let me show you something so you can understand in better way. Palo Alto, where's my slide? Yeah, this one.
This curriculum migration is included.
See, migration is something, hold on. Migration is something you have to understand which firewall to which firewall you want to migrate. Let's suppose you want to migrate Cisco to Palo Alto migration, FortiGate to Palo Alto migration. Then you have to use a tool, right? And that
Yes.
tool is not free, right? I can tell the tool how it is going to happen, but you have to purchase the tool. You have to take the subscription to tools, right? And based on that, you have to convert the configurations, and then you have to do the migration. So that is a different story, but in this session, you are going to understand entirely how the firewall is going to be configured, how the firewall deployment is going to be happen, how HA is going to build, how the troubleshooting is going to happen for the HA and external firewalls, and how the routing is going to be deployed, how the NAT is going to be deployed, how the application identifications, content ID means every configuration wise, troubleshooting wise, you are going to understand. But migration, we require a tool, and that is
Okay.
limitations of that labs. We don't have the tools. Okay.
So just within the OEM, let's say we are just going to one version to add. We have old devices. Now we want to work in the latest upgraded devices. So I'm just asking that
Oh,
one.
that's something software upgradation, right? You're talking.
Yes, sometimes device is old, software upgradation and device also.
Yes, so that is going to be covered. How the
Yeah.
refreshment is going to happen. So
Yeah.
I'll explain how the backup is going to be taken, how the
Yeah.
OS is going to be upgraded, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is going to cover. Not worry. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll explain
Yeah.
those things.
Thank you.
Okay. So we will discuss about the company platform. We'll try to understand why Palo Alto Firewall, why Cisco Firewall, why FortiGate Firewall. We'll discuss about the product of the Palo Alto Firewall. So initially, we'll discuss about the Gartner reports also. We'll discuss about that, certifications. Uh, how the certification is going to be look like. Yes. Just give me 1 second, guys. So how's which certification is going to be fine for you? So we'll discuss, right? Definitely we'll discuss all, and then we'll come to the module. And then after you can see, we have to understand about the stateful firewall versus stateless firewall. We have to understand the firewall versus proxy, and then module is going to be start. So before we start the module, we have to understand a lot of theoretical stuffs. That's very important for you all. But after once you have the theory, we will start from the very scratch. That's the initial firewall configuration. Let's suppose you have to deploy the very brand new firewall. Then now a step by step process is going to happen. And not only the virtuals, we have the real firewall. So I will show you the camera on the how real firewall is going to look like, and on the real firewall how the console cable is going to be connected, and based on that console cable what actually physical firewall is looking like, and based on that how step by step how console cable is going to connect my laptop, and then how the firewall, and then how dashboard is going to look like. So there is two set of the examples going to happen for the initial configuration. One is I'll explain the lab part also. The day zero configuration. Let's suppose you have the brand new firewall and I have to deploy in the virtually, then how I can deploy it. Virtual console, how it is going to look like, how the day zero configuration is going to happen. And one is the physical firewall, how it is going to deploy. So we have the both set of the scenario. So you guys are going to get both flavors, right? So once we done the basic initial configuration, we have to land in the different sections like interface configuration, zones. We have to understand. We have to understand different of the interfaces, sub interfaces, virtual. I'll discuss more about it. Security policy, NAT policy. We have the application ID, identification, content identification. See, antivirus, anti-spyware, vulnerability, DOS, data filtering, application filtering, wildfire, security file blocking, certificate management. You can see SL outbound, inbound. Then we have the user ID, we have the agent mapping, we have the IPsec tunnel, global protect VPN. So everything is there. That is advanced level of topic. Then management reporting, and then HA, that is active and active passive. Both modes are going. So total 12 module is going to be happen in entire session. I'll discuss all module, which module, what kind of the topic you are going to get insights. But time is not allowing today, so I'm not going to discuss that much in today, but definitely we'll discuss. But most important, once we'll start, everyone is going to get lab access. That lab access is going to be 24/7. So you are going to get an URL. Let's suppose this is a URL. The short URL you're going to get. You just have to put this URL in your browser. Once you put in the URL in browser, you have to put your username and password. So every like professionals who are going to enroll, they're going to get the username and their password. And then password, you have to put this captcha. Here you have to select the HTML console and then you have to log in. So sorry, might be my password is wrong. Once you log in, you are going to inside of the lab. So you can see labs, we have a lot of labs like Cisco ASA, FTD lab, CCNP lab, dedicated SD-WAN lab, FortiGate lab, Zscaler lab, Versa SD-WAN lab, Palo Alto lab. So you are going to get, let's suppose you are enrolling for yourself with Palo Alto. So you are going to get Palo Alto Firewall lab. In this Palo Alto Firewalls, you are going to get a lot of pre-built labs. Means almost whatever the topics I am showing here in the course content, their labs are pre-built. Means pre-built means topology is pre-built. There is no configuration. That is the meaning of the pre-built. It's not like already configured. No, these are the sample topology. Means there are devices. You don't have to build the topology. Topology is going to be there. You just have to start the devices like clicking on it. And once you're going to start the devices, you just have to wait for, let's suppose you start the Palo Alto Firewall. So you have to wait 10 minutes after starting the Palo Alto Firewall, because it takes the 10 to 15 minute boot up time when you start the firewalls. And once you start it, then it is going to be just give the CLI access, and then once CLI you just do the basic configuration for day 0, then you will get the GUI access as well. So I'll explain how it is going to happen, but this is how you can take the access of the firewalls. Like you have the different lab, like suppose global
मम्मी
protect.
दरवाजा बंद करा.
Please mute guys. So if you want to do the global protect, you can do that global protect lab as well. Let's suppose you want to do the HA labs, active and active passive. See, there is 2 labs. There is active passive, this one. So you can go and do the active passive lab here, right? So lab topology is there. If you want to do the active, you can go and do the lab here. So this is the active lab here. And similarly, we have the one of the master lab where we can do the lot of things. That is a user ID and the content ID. This is the lab where we can create the DMZ zone. We have the trust zone. We have the untrust zone. And we do a lot of testing because this is my master lab. So a lot of things we are going to do here. So this is how we can get the lab access. So the course content I showed you just overview. We'll discuss next class in detail, and we'll start that, stateful firewall versus stateless firewall. We'll discuss about the products as well, but this is something the lab. Any questions, guys? Anyone have till here?
In the pre-built labs,
Any questions? Anyone have in your mind?
yeah, in the pre-built labs, do we have to
No?
configure that?
All right. So let me.
Hello, Vishal.
Today is a day 0 session where we just have the introductions. We have the basic understanding about what you guys are going to get. So training module is going to be, means total training duration is going to happen 2+ month, or it is going to finish within 2 months, right? Because it's a weekend class, so it is going to happen 2 month. And the training is going to be completely online, hands-on lab you're going to get, and after learning, definitely you're going to become the champion of the Palo Alto firewalls, and you are going to understand how the policy is going to configure, how the threat prevention is going to be configured, right? How you can define the different NAT, HA. So everything you're going to learn about here. And then the same thing, the lab part, that is going to be accessible 24/7. So anytime you just have to require the internet access, and from there you can just access the labs. So these labs are going to 24/7. Sometime might be you have the what I can say, like maintenance of the lab. So there is some disruption is going to happen, but it can be 24/7. You can just access day or night. It's your choice. And your lab is going to be your lab. Nobody is going to be, use that your lab unless or until you sharing your password to someone else. So we strongly like have a policy: do not share your password to another person. If you have the password your lab, just use your on purpose, okay? Else it's going to create a lot of mass. And these are the course content. Now, if you have guys any question, please feel free to ask, right? Any doubt, anything. So we can move to the next session, and where we can start from the actual classes where we'll discuss in the more in the technology, not in the introduction, not in the course curriculum. We'll discuss about the topics.
Hello.
Yes, Sampath, please go ahead.
In this pre-built lab topology, do we have to configure switches and pieces also, only Palo Alto Firewall?
No, see, in lab we have the switches router. Let's suppose you want to add router switches here. So we are already IO sub level here. Let's suppose you want to add the switch, right?
Yeah.
Just go add the switch for anything you want to do here.
Yeah, in that switch configuration, do we have to like IP address?
You can define the IP address and there's no problem. You can define IP address. Switch, in normal switch, you can create the VLANs, you can define the IP address. So you can configure, if you want to just delete this can be also deleted. So in the Palo Alto, we have the little bit flexibility, right? But in SD-WAN, it's very strict because SD-WAN lab is already very big. So everything is going to be like not allowed to just add the devices because already it's very bulky lab and a lot of resources. But Palo Alto, you can add more firewalls, you can add more router switches. There is no problem. You can add because there are not that much memory, consumption is going to happen.
So can we modify already
If you want to
existing?
create any lab, right? Let's suppose you don't modify these labs. If you want to create any lab, just reach out to support team. We'll give the blank page for you. Okay. We'll
Got
create the blank page for you. Okay. And that blank page is going to belong for you. Okay. So you're going
Yeah.
to get this kind of the blank page. Let me add and show you. So this is a blank page. Now you can draw your topology here, but we do not give the instruction to just modify any labs, because if you modify in this port, that is going to change for your colleagues as well. Okay, because
Yeah.
topology is going to be same for everyone. So you do not touch this topology. You'll get the blank page, and this blank page you can go and create your labs. There's no problem. Make sense?
Yeah. Got it. Thank you.
Any other questions, guys?
Yeah, Vishal sir. Actually, one my question: which certification covering this course? Because PCNSE will retire soon.
Yeah, definitely. Let me. That's a good question. I was about to cover in this next class. Palo Alto certification, right? So, see, this is network security. You can see. So now
Yes.
we have the different exams. So, still this is a legacy. You're talking about this one, right? This is a
Yeah.
legacy, right? This is a legacy because they just define the cybersecurity. So network security professional, you can see this is a new exam,
Okay.
professional level. So network security professionals. But if you want to learn more about it, this is equivalent to PCNSE, but just they rename the things. So you just have to, if you want to go and edit, this is a data set. So I'll explain in the next class, okay? Don't
Yeah,
worry.
sure, sir.
I'll explain these all things. What is going to be exam and all. Any other questions? Definitely we'll cover this all. I want to make sure clear guidelines so you understand. Any other questions, guys? Anyone have? If no, so I believe we are good for today. I would recommend everyone to join my next class, which is going to happen next Saturday. That is the regular class, and we'll start from here. And I would recommend do not miss any classes. It's my humble request, right? Because you're going to miss, right? Then something is going to be missed definitely. And to again recap, it will require a lot of time, effort from my side and your side. So try to start learning history of the firewall. We'll have the quick recap. Then I'll discuss why we need a firewall. What is the actual problem which firewall is going to solve? So हमें ये समझना पड़ेगा कि what is the problem and that firewall is going to solve. Then we'll discuss why Palo Alto firewall is best in the market, why FortiGate is best in the market, and then we'll discuss what are the key components available in the Palo Alto network portfolio and which we are going to cover and why we are going to cover, right? And then we'll go and understand some certification, and then we'll land here the stateful versus sustainable firewall. That's the most important, guys. So in next class, we have to put a lot of theoretical stuff, a lot of discussion. So I request everyone please join on the time, okay? And for today, thank you so much for joining, and I wish you all the best for everyone. See you in the next class. All right, guys.